Catherine is determined in the sense that you can't bring me down. She's compassionate. Catherine's got star power.
She's passionate about serving the community. She's selfless in her impact.
When people say Catherine's a saint, yeah, she is. She's been feeding her neighbors for 30 years.
Hunger has an enormous impact on the communities that we live in and work in, and it's not very visible. The state of hunger in Massachusetts is that 40% of those in our state are food insecure, which means they don't quite know where their next meal is coming from on a consistent basis. And it doesn't distinguish whether you're a child or an elder. It doesn't distinguish whether you live in this town or that town. It's all over Massachusetts.
Catherine has been a steward of the Greater Boston Food Bank. She found something that looked like this, and she left it in so much better shape. She grew it, she upped the standards. We've gone from a very basic operation to a very sophisticated food purchasing and logistics operation to distribute food around 190 towns and cities in Eastern Mass. That's quite something.
It starts with authenticity, and it starts with passion. And it starts with selflessness. She's got all three in droves.
I came from a family of immigrants from Italy that were farmers. When I was 8 years old, my parents opened a restaurant.
People would show up and say, hey, can I wash dishes for food? And her father would never refuse anybody food.
That was a value in our home, that you brought people in and fed them and asked them no questions. And as I moved on to look at issues of justice, I focused very much on the opportunity to make sure that people had access to the food they needed.
My wife Tracy and I got involved in the food bank when we moved here, and I think our goal is to leave wherever we started a little bit better than we found it and provide some hope maybe along the way.
The fact that the Greater Boston Food Bank has grown from giving out 7 million pounds of food to 110 million pounds of food in the arc of my career is a very good feeling. We've been able to increase the volume of food available to folks in their community and to improve the health of that food. More produce, protein, dairy, things that really matter, that cause them to feel better and be able to contribute.
Catherine is one of the most determined people I know. She's going to get it done. Catherine has pushed the boundaries. She adjusts really well to changes in the environment, and she's been able to adapt the food bank to those changes in a really skilled way.
I think about how many people I've been able to work with over the horizon of my career. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people, if not thousands if you count volunteers, have made the Greater Boston Food Bank a better place, and a place better in order to serve people better.
There is no more noble cause than what Catherine D'Amato's been doing for most of her life, feeding her neighbor. And you know what? That makes a great Bostonian.
We live in this area where there's so many high achievers and so many people doing amazing things that make the world a better place, but there's tangible evidence of hers. When you think about 30 years, the amount of people who she's helped in the most important area of need, making sure that people can eat, people are nourished, people have access to food, there's no better honoree than Catherine.
The idea that we're going to end hunger, it's a pretty revolutionary idea. And how do you solve it? You have to have the determination, the perseverance. You have to have the grit. You have to grind. You have to fight. We should fight for people to have a right to eat. And I am committed to continue fighting